Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect. I'm BREWCITY Scott, and we got Mike, and
Jason.
I think we got a Jason, and we will be right back after this intro video. Hello, and welcome to the Bearded Respect, number 55.
I just need to do something real quick here. There we go.
You sound kind of quiet, too.
Yeah.
I'm quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what's wrong.
I mean, I could hear you.
I had to fix the
Yeah.
It wasn't natural.
So, we have a pretty special show tonight. Welcome someone who's been a very... I don't think he's missed one of our shows. He might not catch it always when it airs, but he'll be on it when it airs tonight. But he's always a part of the replay squad, which means a lot to us. So why don't we just bring him on, and then we'll welcome all these fine people in the chat.
Hey,
Hi, welcome.
How's it going, lads? How's things?
Yeah. Jason, you want to welcome everyone? And
Yep, we'll get started here with Miss BREWCITY. BREWCITY. You were first.
hi, Annie.
And there's E-Rock with Tacos Thursday instead of Tacos Tuesday, I guess.
What's up, E-Rock?
Those guys might eat tacos every day.
Yeah. And then there's Michael Brewer. Not sure what who's Craig.
Crack.
What's the crack?
Yeah. Oh,
What's that mean,
Oh, is
Steven?
That's an Irish.
Yeah, what's the crack? How's it going?
How you doing?
Oh, okay.
And we got Scott, big, bald, and beautiful.
Hey, BBB.
What's up, Scott?
Mark
Hello,
Brown.
neighbor.
Hey, Mark.
What's up,
Mark.
Mark? Thank you.
Nice of you guys to drop by.
Richard Crush.
What's up,
Happy
Crush?
Thursday.
Hello there.
There's the man himself,
What's up, Steven?
Steven.
Hello, neighbor.
Unofficial Ken. Aloha.
Greetings.
So Ken might be like exactly half the world away from you.
Yeah.
Probably closer than we are.
Yep. Guns and Beards.
Greetings, traveler.
Tim.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Justin. Good
Justin,
to see
how's
ya.
it going?
Hey, brother.
Chris.
What's
Good
up,
to see
Perez?
you.
He really grows on you, doesn't he?
Here's MC.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, MC?
Hey.
We got Vato sneaking in there. Hey, Vato.
What's up, Votto?
Say hello to my little friend!
Hey, we got Gary.
What's up,
Stephen
Gary?
freaking
Gary.
Fleming.
It's rude of me.
Yeah.
He's not up late. He's up early.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Mm, and we're caught up with
All
everybody
right.
that's here.
Awesome.
Well, is this true, Stephen?
Oh, yeah. I don't take to the sun at all.
Yeah.
I get sunburned in winter here.
Wow.
What are winters like in Dublin?
Wet.
Yeah.
Temperature, it does get cold, like -10 Celsius. Like this year around December was -10, but it's the wind factor then makes it feel. But the worst is the rain.
Yeah.
It just gets into you, and you're just.
You get snow?
Very little. Up on the
Yeah.
up on the mountains, you might get a bit, but down in, like, in the city, Dublin, because it's on the coast, we don't get much snow. Like, you might get a few millimeters, but like when it does snow, we are totally unprepared for it. Like a couple of centimeters of snow will shut down the whole city in a couple of hours. So we're just really not prepared for any type of adverse weather effects. Weather.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some secret products, Stephen?
I got stuff off Gary there, all right, that he let me know about. Working very well, Gary. Enjoyed it a lot, an awful lot. First time trying that type of product, so we were missing out here. Deliveries in Ireland can be, from overseas can be awkward on most things. So
Yeah.
I was delighted when Gary let me know about this. Working very, very well, so we'll be ordering some more soon.
Well, that's great, and I know he's doing some special things for shipping for overseas. So
Yeah, I've seen that on the Alicat for the flat rate, which is great.
Oh,
To
nice.
be honest with you, it's one of the things that actually, with companies, it's not their fault. We understand that it's
Right.
delivery companies, their prices can be crazy when it comes to international shipping. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I know some places I've looked into the price. It's just not worth it for, like, there's some places are up to $45 just to ship like 1 or 2 oils. And it's
Wow.
just
Yeah.
it's not worth that. It's no disrespect to anybody. It's just the price of the ship. Which,
yeah,
as I said, that's not down to the companies. That's the delivery companies themselves. So you can't. There's nobody at fault. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
right.
But so unfortunately, a lot of companies, then again, they don't actually ship international either. So
Right.
that's another, because they know it's not worth their while to even attempt to do it. And
Yeah.
as of last July, the actual laws changed in Europe. So stuff coming from outside of Europe it's all new regulations and all. So a lot of, like, a few places that I'd gotten stuff off before, they were being stopped and sent back because
Wow.
the customs had changed or something. So it wasn't. So yeah, it keeps you on your toes when you're ordering stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Gary. I appreciate it.
Now, now let me ask you this, Stephen. Since I know, like Gary, he can't ship CBD products like to Canada and stuff. So, but can you? Is it? Do you have CBD products over in Ireland?
There is CBD products in Ireland, but it's different. Beard oil, there's none in beard oil that I found in Ireland
Okay.
that are Irish made. But the you see, the regulations, it's a different quantity is allowed for Ireland than it is for the likes of the US or Canada. So it's it's because it's a different thing. It's the amount of CBD actually in the product, what's allowed in America, I think is a little bit higher than what's actually allowed in Ireland. But so you can't actually really ship it in. Now I know there's I know the last few years the CBD is gotten more and more into in Ireland, regard like oils or so there is a lot of stuff that is being changed that hopefully in the next while we'll be able to order into CBD products, but at this moment there's no Irish companies that I know of. There's no even English companies that I know that actually do it. So.
Is cannabis legal in Ireland?
No. There is talk at the moment.
Yeah.
About making it legal, but I think what the law is, it's if you've got a personal amount on you, you'll be let off with a caution. But it's if it is a high amount, they will arrest you. But I think it's mostly it's up to the. Like, as I said, you walk around Temple Bar area on a weekend, you can smell it everywhere. It's.
Yeah.
But I think it's at the moment it's a lower end scale, if you know what I mean. If you're caught with a personal amount on you, there won't be much though. It'll be a slap on the wrist or a small fine, or even if it gets that far.
Yeah.
So it's we're a little bit behind when it comes to stuff like that. That kind of we're still playing catch up to the rest of the world. So hopefully now in the next few years you'll see things changing a little bit.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris. And E was asking if we were all wearing Dixons.
Yeah.
I think all three of us are.
I am.
Yep, I am.
We forgot to tell Steven to wear his Dixon.
I don't know if they get those. Do they get those over
there? There's a Dixon's Europe.
Okay.
I'm not too sure if it's the same crowd though. But it's based in the UK. But since Brexit, that's caught any company based in the UK. So it's been a lot harder to get stuff shipped out of into mainland Europe.
That's amazing.
So I think they're in the process of moving to a European site, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
gross. But there is. I do have some flannel shirts, all right, but
you can go get yours if you want.
Hold on a second, and I've got a problem.
He really did go.
It's not that big a deal, but
no.
But it's just great.
So Becky, are you sure it's the same? Did you get yours from the Snap-on man? Because my button, I don't know if I can get it up there or not.
No, but hers looks identical to it. I can't read it.
No, not focusing now.
Okay.
Too small.
Anyway, it's Snap-on.
No, she has the Dawson, but it looks just like that one.
Yeah, this isn't a Dixon, but
it looks good.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel a lot more comfortable there.
Not even all. All right, everyone in the chat, go ahead and grab your favorite flannel and put it on.
Well,
So,
it's
okay.
it's kind of cold in my basement, so I've been wearing them a lot lately.
Yeah, it's cold here too.
Yeah, I think it was one of the colder nights of the year today.
So, Steven, how long have you been like using beard products, kind of like following beard live streams and all that stuff? And what's it like in Ireland for that culture?
Well, I sort of always had facial hair now. I never really grew it out past the 2 week phase. But when COVID hit the first lockdown, I think it was the barbers and everything were short here, so I just let it grow out.
Yeah.
So I've always actually had very sensitive skin, so like when I shave, like even when I was shaving, like I'd always get red blotches, and so with the beard, like it came quickly that I needed to find something. In the supermarkets here, there's not really a great selection. It's only L'Oreal beard oil.
Yeah, L'Oreal. Yeah, that's
recently,
garbage.
Yeah.
I read the ingredients.
Recently, Gillette, you're seeing that on the shelves here. So, I looked up online. I came across a couple of videos. So it was, when you look up here, most of them are for English companies. So I tried a couple of English companies, and then I listened to a couple of live streams. I came across and I started watching them. So I found out about the American companies, so I started ordering bits and bobs from them. When you start getting into, you sort of, everything you see, you're buying left, right, and centre. That for 2.5 years, it's more stuff in the bathroom than the wife has, that kind of way. So she's put a stop on it at the moment. There's no more products to be bought till I use what I have. But,
Oh yeah, I hear that all the time when I get a new package in the mail.
That's nowadays I just get stuff sent to the job, instead of the house. So
There you go.
it's sneaking in the back door that way, So
There you go. Yeah. So have you tried a lot of American companies then?
A good few, yeah. Off the top of my head, Alley Cat, Rudy Man, Copper Johns,
Okay.
Dear Gents, Honyaker.
How about Karam Nardutha?
I got a sample pack off them.
Okay.
So I think it was last year. I actually got a sample pack. That was actually the Irish name that dragged me towards them.
Yeah. I like them. I like their.
I have to say now, I did. The others I tried were really nice, and he actually sent me out a couple of clones, sample clones as well, which were great. I have to say I don't usually wear, but they're nice. As I said, it's just it got to the stage where I started I had a whole cabinet full of oils and butters.
And it's expensive too.
Yeah, well, that too. So
especially with the shipping, like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Well, the shipping does, like as I said, it is, and then as I said, from July of last year, anything coming outside of the EU, we have to pay VAT on it again. So when it arrives in Ireland, we get a VAT notice. So that puts another €15 nearly on top of it again that I have to pay.
Wow.
So you have no choice. You have to. That's from the Irish side. So you have to pay it. It's their their pound of flesh off you. So
yeah,
it does get unless you're buying a good a couple of oils, a couple of butters or washes or stuff. It can be expensive to buy, which as I said, that's just down to the deliveries. That's it's what I mean. There's nothing to be done about that. So. But as I said, you usually find a couple of good deals or. You get a few sales going on. That's when you usually stock up, and shop around. You see 3 or down. It does be, you see 3 or 4 companies and you really want to try stuff. You're sort of like, I'll buy this month, this month, and you're sort of, where if I was in the States where, you know, I could buy, say, 3 or 4 rolls for the price it's cost me to buy 1 or 2, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but you know, it is what it is. So,
Have you seen any American companies in Ireland, like Cremo or Amish, or like?
Honest Amish is around. There's a few chemists, we call them here. They were doing that. Every man Jack.
Yeah, every man Jack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's only in a few select. Like it wouldn't be mainstream. It's
right.
Yeah.
As I said, the only 2 that you actually see mainstream in the mainstream shops would be L'Oreal and Gillette.
Okay.
Most of them would have, you know, there's a few companies that I know of from Ireland that I've tried.
Yeah.
You buy direct from them. They're not, you know, they're not actually in the shops unless they're little, you know, small local craft fair shops that, you know, that I know if I could be wrong, but
yeah. Well, hopefully someday we can get educated beards in Ireland. We're getting close. Close.
Okay, so that's great. When it happens, just let us know, and I'll be your first customer, no doubt.
All right, cool.
Okay, Diablo has a question here, Stephen.
Someone who never visits Ireland, what do you recommend?
You come in the summer, and when you're coming over, make sure you bring enough clothes for 4 seasons in one day.
All right, that's good to know.
Well, it's the usual. You know, the pubs and all. Make sure you sample the Guinness. The best thing I will tell you, if you're going, stay out of the tourist areas. Though, if you're looking for a pint, stay out of the tourist areas. Stick to that. Ask a local where to go for the pint, because the local will always tell you the best place to go and get a pint of Guinness. The tourist places, they're tourist traps. They're there to take money off you. So, you know what I mean? The locals will tell you, you know, the small local lads where the outflows have been going for 40 odd years. That's where you get the decent points. What else? Make sure you go visit the north, you know, the likes of Galway, Cork, or Galway, Donegal. Beautiful scenery up there, lovely area. Joints Causeway, all of that. Dublin's Dublin. It's, you know, it's the capital. It is what it is. You know, it's a dirty old town, as the song says. You know, it's always, you know, people are friendly. It's, you know, it's what you see. There's museums. If you're into the history, Dublin is a great place for history. There's an awful lot of Irish history, which, you know, connected to America as well through history. You know, a lot of people's families, you know, years ago would have emigrated from Ireland to America. I think my family was the opposite. I think my father's mother actually came from America to Ireland.
Oh.
So we went backwards rather than going the other way.
Some days that may be a good thing.
But it's real friendly here. People are great.
Do you remember the one museum I asked you about?
Sorry?
Do you remember the museum I asked you about?
The Leprechaun Museum, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Leprechaun.
I didn't know that you were in Ireland, like, because I didn't really know you, and we're in this like group chat, and posted this picture of like your exercise route, and on the map is a Leprechaun Museum. I was like, what? Yeah. What is a Leprechaun Museum?
Yeah, that's the Leprechaun Museum. I to be honest, I've been there once.
Yeah.
For somebody my size, yeah.
I'm sure that's like a tourist place, like, you know, not being there. You got to go to the Leprechaun Museum.
Yeah, you have to go. Well, come here. The Leprechaun Museum is a great place. Like, it is, and that's the Irish have a weird sense of humor. You know, we will slag you, we'll insult you, but that just means we like you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I meet up with my friends, like, you know, it's sort of like, what are you looking at? You know, what do you know? And that's you know, the more we insult you, the more we like you. If we're not insulting you, that's when you should be a bit worried. You know, it's like
yeah.
But like we have like, you know, especially with the likes of the Leprechaun Museum, like we all know it's all that take, but it's all
Yeah.
a good nature fun, It's,
Yeah.
But definitely, well, come here, the Leprechaun Museum, that would be the one place now you would need to go there. Yeah, there's a decent pub up around the corner, so that'll do you even better.
Yeah, I bet.
You can stop in after the way.
Yeah.
Well, Vato says you could be a National Geographic narrator.
There you go.
You have the voice for it.
Funny enough, I get told I have a very deep, plain voice, a boring voice. I was told the other day in work. So,
and I think what Gary's talking, that's the Blarney Stone, right?
the Blarney Stone, yeah. You can't actually. I don't think you can kiss it anymore. I think with COVID and all that, and then they were just saying that it was just becoming to the stage where they didn't want people kissing it.
Wow.
There was too much damage being done to it.
Aggressive
So-
kissers.
Yeah, John, born and raised in Dublin.
So yeah, and that answered. Chris from True North had a question. What part of Ireland were you from? He's from Dublin.
Dublin, Sagard in Dublin. I don't know much out of Dublin.
Cruz wants a soundbite of you saying "Welcome to the CMU."
I'll send you that later, Chris.
So have you ever been to the cliffs that they always show?
The Cliffs of Moher.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's like beautiful scenery. Like, do people really get blown off of that?
There is a very, very strong wind there, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's open. So now they've rectified that in the last few years. Like they put up there is a guardrail and all now.
Oh, okay.
So, but the wind there is very strong, and there has been mostly with tourists getting too close to the edge to get to the picture. But
Right. Yeah, the selfie.
I don't have a shady, Gary. I have a baseball bat. Or a hurdy stick, if that's any use to you.
So Gary was talking about you earlier, slinging the best fish and chips in Ireland. You want to tell everybody about that?
Yeah, it's a company called Leo Burdock's. It was founded in 1913.
Wow.
We're the oldest fish and chip. We call them chippers here. We're the oldest chipper in Dublin, Ireland. We're the last chipper in Ireland to be using coal fire. So we've a lot of superstars that has come in. I started working there when I was 15, 16. So 42 now, so it's been 27 years.
Holy cow.
It's great. It's long, it's long days. Like, you sort of I do 12-hour shifts, 12, 13-hour shifts. I do 4 of them a week, and then I do 1 7-hour shift as me, But it's enjoyable. You get to meet a lot of new, interesting people. As I said, we have an awful lot of superstars that have come in over the years. Bruce Springsteen, Metallica, Def Leppard.
Oh wow.
They'd be personal favorites of mine. Billy Connolly, Snoop Dogg. Awesome. You get those type of people coming in, plus the regular Joe Souls. Like, we people that have been coming in. Their grandfathers brought them there. Their grandfathers brought them there. So we still do things the old-fashioned way. Like, it's battered fish, mainly fish and chips. So we do fresh cod, smoked cod, lemon sole, scampi, battered, deep fried.
Is it like a
with a load of
sit-down
fruits.
place?
No, we're only a takeaway.
Takeout? Okay.
Now we have other branches around the city that are sit down, but the shop I'm in Christchurch, that is only a takeaway.
Yeah.
But there's Christchurch Cathedral just around the corner, or St. Patrick's Park down the road there. They have a lot of benches. So we usually just send people there. That's where they usually go to sit down and eat them. So it's nice, as I said, it's good work. you get to meet people. I said you get to meet different people. Like I said, we people from all walks of life coming into us on a daily basis. And just it's honestly just good crack to have a laugh, and we do get an awful lot of tourists, so it keeps it interesting as well. So.
Yeah. Diablo, I can answer this for Steven. It's Irish Spring. No, just kidding.
Funny enough, I don't actually. I haven't. Usually around Paddy's Day, where you see the the Irish team stuff coming out, I sort of stay away from them. I tried one before that had it was a Guinness. It was based off Guinness, and smell of Guinness and other things in it. And to be honest, I didn't like it in my beard. The scent itself just didn't appeal to me. It was funny like that. Like I'd be a very heavy coffee drinker, but I don't like coffee scented beardos. They're not. But as I said, I couldn't go an hour without having a cup of coffee. But so when it comes to when I see the Irish, when I see companies doing that, it's I look, and if something piques my interest, I will. But I'm not. It's I don't like the alcohol. The beard or the Guinness goes in the belly. It certainly does go in the belly.
Yeah.
It ends up staying on your belly as well. That's the problem. So usually I sort of stay away from those type of oil scents. It's a person I just don't like them. So,
have you tried the Guinness with the coffee in it?
An Irish?
No, it's Guinness in a can with coffee in it.
Oh no, I haven't tried that yet. No,
it's so good.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet either.
It's so good.
No, I haven't actually seen that, to be honest with you. I know they were doing crisps, potato chips, Guinness potato chips. Disgusting. They were trying to do some. They were trying to do some chocolate bars, Guinness chocolate bars as well.
Mm.
So. All right, I must keep an eye out for that.
So good. I think I'll have one right now.
Rub it in.
Here, just listen to this. It's got this nitro in it.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, I gotta say, Michael do anything that has coffee in it.
I can use my Guinness glass. Yeah, I like coffee and I like Guinness, so it was like a perfect combination.
Yeah, I'll have to give that one a try.
I'm going to have to admit, I have never tried a Guinness beer.
Oh,
wow.
So good.
Yeah.
That's okay. After 2 or 3, you won't care what they taste like. It's okay.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, I'm not.
The only thing,
not,
they're very heavy. That's the only thing I find out. Like I wouldn't spend a night drinking them.
Yeah, I've done that before.
And I'm not a big dark beer fan, so that's why it always scares me to try it. But yeah,
it's nice. It is a unique taste, like as a stout, but it is, as I said, the thing I find about it is because it's very heavy. One or two does make plenty. Like I wouldn't be a big drinker.
It used to be my breakfast beer.
Guinness for breakfast.
That was in my army days. We'd drink some Guinness in the morning, get up, drink Guinness, and then do PT. Go for a run.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
What do they talk about?
Diablo, don't ever say Paddy's Day.
Is there no say?
It's one thing that grinds an Irish person is when you hear Paddy's Day and Paddy's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day. The carbon part is okay.
So, do you celebrate St. Patrick on March 17th?
Yeah, he'd be the patron saint. Yeah, that'd be a big thing.
Does anyone wear a shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish"? In Ireland?
Yeah, but
not,
down
right?
at they're Irish.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more Irish
like,
people there.
That's the thing in America. Like people say, like they'll wear the shirt "Kiss Me, I'm Irish." So I imagine that wouldn't be the same in Ireland.
No. Yeah, you do get a few wearing them, all right. You know, you will get a few people wearing them, but mostly tourists.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
"Kiss Me, I'm American." Would that go over well?
No. Come here. Irish people love everybody. You know, you say you're American, it doesn't register with us. We just have fun.
Good. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Like,
Awesome.
unless you start saying Paddy's Day now, you know, that's a bit. There's only so much we can take.
I was in Ireland once, and it was only for an hour.
Oh, that's a quick trip.
Yeah.
Seen enough in that era.
Yeah, I was like, I can't remember the city. It was Sydney. Is there Sydney, Ireland? No.
Were you going through the airport? Was it Shannon?
Yeah, up north, right?
Shannon.
Like Northern Ireland.
Well, if in Northern Ireland, it would be Belfast.
No.
No.
I mean, I think it was probably Shannon. It was just a layover.
Yeah, it was probably Shannon.
Yeah.
It was usually Shannon or Dublin. So
Yeah.
if you're flying through Ireland.
Yeah. I think we're yeah.
Kiss me, I'm American.
It's me, I'm American.
I'm sure they can probably tell pretty quick. Ms. BREWCITY says she's got some Irish. I do as well. So, what do you do over there for fun when you're not slinging fish and chips?
Well, recently I started back. Personally, I started back hiking. I used to be well into it, but I started slack when the kids came along. I slacked off for a while. So for me personally, hiking, reading, don't drink. I actually don't drink that much anymore. I think it's 20 to 3 in the morning, Gary. You know, with the kids are, you know, they're live wires, so you literally don't get a second when I'm off work. They're hanging out of me. But we try, you know, do the usual swimming, watch films. You know, now and again I do get a day to myself, which is when I usually, you know, just pack me bag up and head off up to the hills for a couple of hours. So that's mainly the most things for me. That, reading, films. You know, it's when the kids came along, they sort of took up any spare time I had. Now that they're getting a little bit older, you know, you get to do like the eldest Jamie, like he's into, you know, models, you know, painting models. He's into that Warhammer, you know, stuff that I played with as a kid. Like he's getting into the version nowadays, so it's great that I get to do it with him, where you get to, he's getting them, and you're sort of, you're there. I'm helping him do it, but you're really doing it for your own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, 8-3, you said, right?
Yeah, 8-3.
Yeah. So, hey, he'll be getting. I mean, he's getting closer to where he can probably go on hikes with you pretty soon.
Yeah, he does now. As like where I live, we're pretty much at the foot of the mountains. So like 5 minutes up the road, you're actually into the mountains. So like he does go on the small. Like I have a couple of little routes that I do. So like, he does go on the small ones with me. But like kids these days, he just wants to sit there, watch his iPad, watch his YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually his iPad that I'm using now. I don't even own one. Like, I have a phone. It's about 5 years old. So I was like, I need to borrow your iPad tonight. And he's like, why? I said, Daddy's doing something later. He goes, what you mean? I said, I'm going to be on YouTube. Am I going? Why are you on YouTube? I want to be on YouTube. I said, you can't be on YouTube. Why? I said, because you'll be in bed asleep. So he says he's going to watch in tomorrow morning,
Dad, the YouTube star now.
Well, he always, Jamie always said he wanted to be a content creator.
Mm.
So like he's always like, can I post this on YouTube? Can I post this on Instagram? And I'm like, no, not till you're 16. Not till you're 16.
Yeah.
I know on a TikTok I posted 1 or 2 videos of him.
Yeah.
And he said, but I want to post, like, this person, like, they're my age and they have a YouTube channel. And I'm like, you're not doing it until you're 16.
That's good. Like I really support that, Stephen. Being like in my field in psychiatry and mental health, I used to work a lot with kids before I started working with veterans, and it's definitely hard, for kids to even understand social media, and to understand like, that during those developmental years, it's really important to learn how to read people and understand people in person, instead of online or something like that, because it's very confusing to, the young mind.
Oh yeah, no, well that's like as you said, like especially these days, like I've seen it. Like he plays a game online, and there's a chat in it.
Yeah,
and I thought I disabled the chat, and I remember coming in now. Everything he does is connected up, is linked to my phone, so he can check everything at any time. And one day I was checking something, and I was just like, what, there was somebody on the thing saying, oh, well, you can call me daddy. And I was like, no, that's the end of that. That's deleted. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
And, he was saying, oh, he doesn't understand. Like, he's like, oh, but they were my friend. And I was like, you don't know these people. They're not your friend.
Yeah.
It's
actually some,
he's still
40-year-old pervert on the other end. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, as we said, so it's you have to keep an eye on him, and as I said, like he can make like he does film himself, but as I said, he's not allowed to post on it,
Yeah.
So you can keep all of these till you hit 16, and then you can do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hopefully you still have an interest in it. Then it's always nice to see that they have an interest. So like he does reviews on anything, toys, cars, his favorite Kinder bar, or it keeps them happy, That's
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of 16, when he's 16, what's the driving, getting a permit and driver's license over there? Like,
I think it's 16 for your driver's license.
Okay.
16, you have to apply for your provisional license first.
Yeah.
So you get that. You have to do a theory test before you get your provisional. Then you have your provisional. But by law, you must take 12 lessons with a registered driving instructor before you can apply for your full license.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's probably similar to what it is here then.
Yeah.
And you guys drive on the wrong side of the road over there too?
we driving around.
I'm asking.
I think we were driving before you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, right. We drive on the. Let me see. The left hand side. You drive on the right, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we drive on the right side.
I can't drive, so I'm lucky in that sense that it doesn't like I can't I my vision is very poor, so I can't get a license.
Oh.
And so it's grand. I have the wife; she drives me anywhere I need to go, so that's okay. But
yeah.
So I let her drive. I just try not criticize her too much.
I always thought it'd be strange, but of course, you know, I was born here, raised here, and you know, but there seems to be a lot of cars over in Europe in general that are standard shift, and I'm right-handed, so I can't really picture myself driving a car shifting with my left hand.
Yeah.
I think that'd be strange, but.
Yeah.
I said I don't drive, so I wouldn't. Well, I know the automatics are now. Like a few years ago, I would have known nobody with an automatic. Now I know a lot of people with automatics, so they are. You know, they are becoming more and more popular here. Like you see, especially a lot of cars now are being imported from Japan or. You know, so they're automatics rather worthy days because you know, I know even with my wife, like when she learned to drive, it was a shift, you call it, was it?
Yeah.
Standard shift, yeah.
The standard shift, and now like she's saying, "Oh, I want to get the automatic." So.
Yeah, automatics are pretty much almost all cars nowadays. It's pretty rare to find it.
Yeah, we were excited about the automatics when they came out 40 years ago.
Well, I did say we're a little bit behind. You know?
Yeah,
man.
It all depends on the vehicle. A standard would be nice, but I'm getting to that age now where I wouldn't want to be pushing that clutch in all the time.
No. No.
Yeah, my last car was a stick shift, so I can go either way, but
it's probably been 20 years since I've driven a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time when I lived in Hawaii, we had a Explorer stick.
Yeah, Becky didn't like my last car because she couldn't drive it.
Yeah. So, Steven, have you been out of the country? Have you gone anywhere?
I've been to Europe a few times. I've been to Hungary.
Okay.
Scotland, England. My wife's actually Moldovan, so we've been there.
Okay.
I haven't really travelled, to be honest with you. I'm too much of a homebird, but
yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
The usual, you know, Turkey, the holiday destinations, you know, Turkey, Gran Canaria. Now we've always said that when Mikey, the youngest, gets a little bit older, we want to go to Disneyland in Florida.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
you know, we
awesome.
sort of said, we said we'll wait probably till he's about 8 or maybe 6.
Yeah.
And we'll, you know, because it's a once in a lifetime holiday. So we always said, no, that's where, you know, the eldest wants to go. So
yeah,
I will get to the States one day. I'll probably have to bring an empty suitcase with the amount of beardos that I'll probably buy over there when I'm over there.
Right.
Get them all delivered to the hotel, and
we'll have some explaining to do at customs.
Personal use. Sorry, just saying Vato's question there. No, Vato, I tried to grow a mustache for Movember once, and didn't go too well. But yeah, I only cleaned up there Sunday. Usually, it's just a big ball of mess on my face. Every now and again, I go to the barber. He does a little trim and clean up for me. But the mustache doesn't really. This would be it then. That would be. Doesn't seem to get any thicker than that. So. Mark, just standard. Wake up in the morning, have a shower, use a wash in the morning, put a bit of oil. Depending on the season, if it's warm enough, I only use the oil. But in the colder, when it's colder at the winter, I put a bit of butter in the morning. And then nighttime, then just have a rinse. Because of my job, like I'm working over a deep fat fryer all day, so a good rinse, and then just put a bit of butter in at nighttime again. I don't really use balm that much, only if I'm going somewhere, fancy that it's. Other than that, it's just, to be honest, just beard oil and beard butter.
I like that. Reserve the balm for the fancy. Going out on the night. Out in town.
Well, -10, but I know that's Celsius, so I'm not too sure what that is in Fahrenheit.
I'm here.
I know it's a different type of cold though, if you know what I mean. Like people always say, it bites into your bone.
Is it windy there? Is it windy a lot?
No, you will get days where it's especially in the winter, like the winds can get up to 100 kilometers an hour and all. So depending on where you are, it does get very, very windy.
Yeah.
So no.
So -10 Celsius is like 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
That's what Google says.
Yeah, that would be like -10 would be that wouldn't be a regular occurrence now, like in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know when generally they say we have mild winter weathers, but as I said, it's the wind and the rain that it bites into you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
bone chilling.
So, yeah.
Now,
Well,
is it humid there in the summertime?
It can. Like anything over 10 degrees Celsius to me is warm. So, it all depends. Like, it all depends on the individual. But as I said, anything over 10 degrees Celsius to me is warm. So, I can walk out most days just wearing a t-shirt and roll up my shirt sleeves.
Like
and it's 10 minutes down the road, it'd still be soaking. My t-shirt would be soaking wet. So,
well, that's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's still, it's
kind
a
of
little chilly here. Yeah.
That's final weather.
Usually, most summers, like you will get a good view. Like it'd be in say 15 to 25, 28. Very, very, very rare would we go to high, the mid to high 20s.
Mm. Yeah, 28 is 82 degrees. So, but you said that's
we had a couple of days of that now last year where it was 28 plus, and I mean literally you just couldn't leave that. Like I couldn't leave the house. I just lay on the couch for 2 days. It's just throw a bucket of water over me here and.
See you, Gary.
See ya. Have a good night.
See you, Gary. Have a good one.
Mark, yes, I believe so.
Yeah. I think so. Well, Ken, you're in the perfect place then.
Yeah, definitely.
Hawaii's like 70 degrees year round, like the perfect weather.
frozen iguana.
No, 28 in January. No.
Oh, now wait, we're in February already.
Oh, is it January in Ireland?
No. It's the Tour de February. Sorry. It's the Tour de February. Look at there.
Well, here February can be worse than January.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the same here, yeah.
Yeah.
But usually December, January, but as I said, over here, like we have the distinct thing where you can get 4 seasons in less than in a couple of hours here.
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning, it's been snowing. By the time I get down the road, it's raining.
Yeah, we get that here a lot.
And then
See now I'm assuming, well, like you said, you don't get much snow because you're on the water, and like I know we visited Oregon one time, and they're on the coast too. They don't. Well, you got so much of Oregon, and then you have a mountain range. But that first part of Oregon that's against the west side of Oregon, they say they don't get much snow either because of the ocean. But yet, if you're in Buffalo or Erie, you get the lake effect snow. You can get hammered.
Well, even
So
Boston and Maine and all the East Coast, they get hammered
Yeah.
against the ocean.
Yeah, we get lake effect snow off of Lake Michigan here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't explain it. I don't understand it.
You get mountain effect snow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like when we were there, it like almost didn't rain, and if it was gonna rain, all of a sudden it would disappear. They would say it was because of the mountains.
Yeah. What did Perez say?
In Europe, Spider-Man is kilometers Morales.
I'll get it.
Instead of Miles Morales.
Oh.
The new Spider-Man is
Oh.
Miles Morales.
Oh, his name. Okay.
Yeah, his name's Miles Morales, so it's kilometers.
Not up to date on the new Spider-Man.
Oh. And Chris says he gets so much snow up here in New England.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I saw his post. Was that yesterday or the day before about the wind chills that's up in Maine right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, last weekend we had a lot of snow. If you guys didn't see Ken's posts,
Yeah.
he always posts himself snow blowing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's not used to it. From
No.
Kentucky. 20 in Maine, that's not bad. 20 degrees.
Yeah, that's about what we're at now. But what's your wind chill, Chris?
Ours is pretty bad. We're at like 9 degrees.
Actually, we're 28 right now.
Wow.
That's a good one, Chris. I got that one.
Oh.
Chris, you need to do a reel you singing that song.
Oh boy.
Informer. Informer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I thought we had it bad.
We were there a couple weeks ago. It was like that here, but now it's just like in the teens.
Yeah. Becky says it's supposed to be 36 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So negative 50 wind chill would be negative 45 Celsius.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard enough converting Celsius to Fahrenheit, but if it's not going to be parallel in some way,
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
like-
know. It's like going up a angle.
like 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
No, it's licky boom bomb bam.
Oh. Guys are gonna get that song stuck in my head yet.
Travis says it's
Tina
15
Michigan.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Vato and Ken are the warmest. I'm sure Perez is pretty warm too.
So Chris, I'm guessing you have very good insulation then too. Well, let me ask you this: what's the code for your R value up there in Maine?
Oh,
You don't know what that means?
I have no idea.
What I just said?
Yeah. He doesn't know what the R value is.
Oh, that's what your insulation's rated at.
Yes.
It's an R value.
It's
I
important
figured
in those
since
cold weather places.
Yeah. I figure since Chris is into the building trades, I think our code, I forget what, like our walls are 2x6. I forget what the R value is. I think it's got to be 19. 19 is the code.
Chris doesn't build
Arth-
the code.
Oh, it's not as strict in Maine, but R30. Wow, I think my ceiling here is R34.
Yeah.
But I got another issue I'm going to speak about. Okay, up here. Okay, this was a modular home, so up here wasn't finished. So what they did, it did have flooring down. Well, it had sheet, OSB down, and okay, when we put the drywall up here, we put insulation here and up there and on the ceiling. But otherwise it was bare, it was open. So, because it's technically attic space. So it was up to us to insulate and finish up here. Now, since that was the case, the floor has insulation on it. Like, so between the downstairs ceiling and the floor here, there's insulation in there. And then there's a baffle, there's like corrugated styrofoam in there for airflow. So, what that means is this damn floor gets cold because what's out here in this corner is open. You got soffit and fascia out there and it's vented. So you got that cold air that comes in and the hot air comes in and goes out the ridge vent. But this floor is insulated with that corrugated airflow. So that cold air is coming in under the floor and the floor is always cold. So I'm wondering if I should have, and it's like a blown in insulation. I think it's that stupid newspaper shit. But anyway, I'm wondering if I should have sucked that insulation out and blocked it off here where the wall is so that the heat from downstairs could rise up through this floor too. so you wouldn't get that cold draft coming underneath the floor. So that's a question for you, Chris. If I'm thinking along the right lines there. But
Or you could heat your floor.
well,
Heat a tile, like some electric tiles in there.
yeah. Yeah, they make those electric mats and then you
Yeah.
gotta put and I'd have to refloor it, but yeah. Oh, I'll talk about anything. So what's the MUBEC code?
Oh boy. I never would have guessed this show would have went there.
Okay, lads. The youngest is staring there, so I'm gonna have to jump off here.
That's
Before
Oh,
I
he's-
perfectly
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
So,
man.
great.
We really
Thanks very much for
appreciate
having
you
us
coming
on.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
really-
delighted to be on. So thanks very much for having me. And
Oh yeah,
I'll
Yeah.
see us all again.
we're more
Yeah.
than happy. So it's what, about 10 after 3 over there?
Yeah, 10 after 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And he-
just
and
got
he-
this
and
nice
he-
getting up.
And he's stirring.
Yeah, so
Appreciate your support, Stephen.
Yes.
no
Yeah.
problem at all,
Yes.
lads. Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, man.
All right, we'll see you.
Well,
Yeah, his eyes were getting kind of heavy there.
yeah, it was. I was surprised he even wanted to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
awesome that he did, though.
Yeah, it was.
All right, Scott.
Got to learn about Ireland.
Yep. Do we want to do a giveaway yet?
I'll
Nah.
throw something.
Okay. Yeah, Steven's been a great supporter of the show.
Yeah.
And he always watches the show and
Yep.
lets us know that he's part of the replay squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to say it soon enough, but my wife, for years, my wife's been wanting to go to Ireland, so maybe someday I'll get to meet him in person.
That'd be pretty cool. I know it would be a bucket list trip for me.
Yeah, yeah.
One of
Yeah.
those places you always want to go.
Yeah. We've been talking about it, too.
There, and I want to go to Iceland someday.
It's funny you say that because the guy I work with that has been, him and his wife have went to Ireland. They went to Iceland too. So yeah. Someday. I don't even have a passport. I got to get a passport yet.
I got one. Work had to pay for it.
Oh.
When I worked had to travel to Canada a lot.
Yeah, Ken, we all know what happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I mean, well, even when we were getting prices on what we were going to insulate here on here, we were going to get, I forget, I think it was Owens, but it was a blow-in insulation. And then, of course, you got your bat, your pink bat. Then you got your rock wool and you got your spray foam. You got all kind of stuff. And I really wanted to go with the blow-in, but the rolled bat was like half the price. So that's what we went with. But yeah. I mean, it's the code, so. And we have the mini split. It's not too bad up here. Like I said, just the floor, and I think it's because of that cross from out there in the corner coming across underneath. Because my wife asked me, "Why is the floor so cold?" I said, "Because it's insulated. No heat from downstairs can rise up through." So, ooh. I'm going to scroll up here a second because Becky had made a comment. If I can find it. Okay, she says it'll be 36 tomorrow, but then she lied. 36 on Saturday. It'll be -4 in the morning.
Yeah, that probably sounds more like it. It's been cold lately.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going. Excuse me. I'd like to go to Hawaii someday.
I've heard Savannah's really cool. I've never been there, but I've heard it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Savannah is.
Yeah.
I'd like to make it back to Hawaii sometime. I'm sure Becky would love to see it. One of my roommates from when I was in the Army, he lives in Pearl City.
Oh, I lived there. I used to live there, Pearl City.
That's cool. Yeah, he's a welder, like 50 stories up.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that stuff ain't for me. I like sitting in a chair welding at a bench. That's my kind of. But yeah, by the way, for you people, Groundhog Day's they even made a movie about it.
Yeah.
Punxsutawney's not too far from where
No.
I live. Yeah.
No, actually in Madison, Wisconsin, they had Groundhog Independence Day, where they let one loose. They threw a big party at a bar, but Madison's a party town to begin with.
Well, Ken, I'm sorry you have to deal with 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
yeah, you got it pretty rough there. But I think after tomorrow, we're on the upswing for the rest of the winter.
Wow.
They did have a pretty bad rainstorm the other day, though. Ken did.
Yeah.
Showed on his IG.
Oh.
Yeah, it does rain there. When I first moved to Texas, it rained for like 8 weeks straight.
They didn't film Groundhog Day in Chicago?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'll just Mr. Google it.
I'm pretty sure I saw scenes of Pittsburgh and Punxsutawney in the film.
Yeah. Maybe parts of it were in Chicago.
I know you guys can't see, but all I typed in was where was, and the very first thing that came up was Groundhog Day filmed.
Oh, geez. They're listening to us, that's why.
Yeah.
It was filmed in Woodstock, Illinois.
What?
Yeah.
Woodstock. It was filmed at Woodstock.
So it says Bill Murray and Harold Ramis's families lived in Chicago, so they picked Woodstock, Illinois for the location to be closer to home.
Yeah, I knew they were from Chicago, but I didn't know it was filmed there.
Yeah. Wow. Diablo, I'm sorry I doubted you.
That's kind of interesting. I'm learning quite a bit tonight.
You gotta love Google.
Yeah.
Well, that and Steven just educated on a bunch of stuff about Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting show. He said you're good.
Yeah. That's a good movie though. I could watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the joke there.
I think we even own it. I think we own the DVD.
Do you? That's a good point you just brought up. Do people still watch DVDs? Okay. Yeah,
We
I
don't.
have.
Ours
Yeah, we
doesn't
have
work anymore.
Yeah, we have a pile of DVDs, and we don't even have a player anywhere.
It's
We
so
have
bad.
we have one, it just doesn't work.
It's so bad that like my wife buys movies that we have on DVD. She buys them on the streaming service. So now we have a digital copy and a physical copy. It used to drive me nuts, and now I've given up. I'm like, whatever, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, since you brought that up, Ellie, yeah, I stayed up late last night and watched it. I came up here and turned on the TV, was going to watch it, and seen it was 2 hours and 43 minutes, and I'm like, well, I'm in for the long haul. So yeah, I didn't go to bed till almost 2 o'clock last night.
Wow. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday on Disney Plus. So
You didn't see the first Black Panther?
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's the second version of the
Oh,
Marvel
okay.
movie Black Panther.
Oh yeah, I'm not into those. I did watch. What do you call binge watch Andor? I thought that was good.
I started it, but I haven't finished it yet.
I liked it. I really liked it.
It seemed to be going slow. That's why I never finished it.
Yeah, yeah. And then I had to watch Rogue One right after it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
But yeah, after watching the series, then I went to Rogue One to kind of close the gap.
You saw the Boba Fett one?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one I like the best.
Yeah. I like the Mandalorian. I think I like that better than
the next part of that's coming out soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I want one just about R2D2. I've seen a lot.
Over the weekend, I watched the latest Jack Ryan season on Amazon Prime.
Oh, is there a new one?
Yeah, season 3. Yeah, there's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I started watching it about a month ago, and I couldn't get through that first episode. But now that I did, yeah, it was pretty good. And it's actually pretty current, with the. Well, we don't do politics, so I'm not going to say nothing. Plus, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts. But yeah, it's like pretty current, like with what current events are going on. So I'll tell you guys off screen.
Did you guys see who was on Fight Like Hell this past week? The Fight
No,
Like
I
Hell
did not.
podcast?
Oh, I
You?
did, but I didn't pay attention.
Anthony Anderson.
Well, I wonder how that happened.
And it was a really good show. It was
Now,
really
now I really got to watch it.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Fight Like Hell podcast. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought that might, and I also recommended him to our other friend, who's been on the show.
See, yeah, Lee or Danny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like we're like a stepping stone for people to get started. Like Bob and Elliot, the mustache. He was on our show, and now he's going to be on Drew Barrymore's show.
yeah, because we helped them with that.
Yeah. Like, he's a stepping stone.
Did you see his movie?
I haven't watched it. I knew he was in it though. Like I knew, like that was like 2 years ago that he made that.
Yeah, but his part in it looks. I just saw the clips, but
Yeah,
his part looks intense.
it does. Yeah.
I really
actually,
need.
They
need
filmed
to
that
see
in
that.
Erie, PA, Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie?
Oh.
No, but if you go to his Instagram, I'm sure he has. like,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
name.
Yeah, it is in there.
It's something about bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him talking about that.
But you got to see the clip with him in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that the guy we had on our show? Same guy.
But I'm sure Drew Barrymore didn't even know about that. She saw him on our show. Okay, we need to get this guy on our show.
Speaking of where movies were made, do you guys? Oh, what was the name of that movie? It was a Tom Cruise movie back in the '80s, where he was in high school playing football.
Forrest
What's the
Gump?
name of that? No,
Johnny B.
no,
Good.
Tom Cruise.
Oh,
I don't know.
all the right moves.
Yeah, All the Right Moves. You guys remember that movie? Who in the chat
Yeah.
is
never
old
seen
enough to remember All the Right Moves?
I was
That
too
was
young
filmed-
for that.
Well, that was filmed in Johnstown, which is
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's closer.
okay.
Johnstown's closer to me than Punxsutawney. It's like 30 minutes.
Well,
20 to 30 minutes away.
Since we're going down this road, my grandma's house was in the film Public Enemies with Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
The first
Cool.
scene in the movie was her house.
Wow.
I never even
Cool.
heard of that movie.
It's where he plays Dillinger.
Public Enemy. Yeah, I remember hearing that movie.
I'm too young for that, probably.
Filmed in Columbus, Wisconsin. It's not that old of a movie.
Especially if Johnny Depp was in it. Because he's not, well, he's not that old, but.
Well, I didn't know that, Mark. Spider-Man was filmed in Rochester. Rochester's a dangerous place, man. I know at one time, within the last 10 years, Rochester had the most murders per capita in the state of New York.
Mm.
So more per capita than New York City. I worked in Rochester.
We might have New York City beat.
Yeah. Milwaukee.
Oh,
You're
it is
just-
ridiculous here.
Serial killers in Milwaukee.
No, no, gangs.
Oh, gangs, yeah.
There's like a gang shooting. We don't go a day without a gang shooting.
Oh, really?
We'll drive. You'll be driving down the highway and you'll see a car flipped over by a gang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Ellie. I never watched the New York Undercover, but NYPD Blue, yes. Yes, top-notch show. Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that show.
Yep. Oh, and
Anyway, Public Enemies was released in 2009.
he said it before I could.
Oh, that's what. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay. I thought it was like an 80s movie. Oh,
I told you it wasn't that old.
yeah,
And in
yeah.
the 80s, Johnny Depp was doing Jump Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. That's what I
21
just said,
Jump
Mark. Yeah, per capita, Rochester has New York City beat. Oh, and crime, but at one point it was murder. I remember when I was working in Rochester, it was. Oh man, it was rough. I was pretty safe, but I didn't, when I worked at ER there.
So you were busy then, you're saying?
Yeah, I worked in a huge ER. We saw like 300 patients a day, which is pretty big.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yep.
Wow.
Did you hear that static?
Yeah, I hear something like tick, 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 tick.
Oh, it's your
Yep.
flame. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
It's my wood pit candle with a wood wick.
Nice. Oh yeah, that is. Those wood wicks have that sound.
Yeah.
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 Really.
I knew what you're getting at as soon as you said it. Every once in a while, you'll really hear it.
Yeah, Mark. University of Rochester. Strong hospital. Yep. U of R, University of Rochester. Yep. Yeah, I only had one wood wick candle, and that was from. We just had them on not too long ago. Can't think right now, but it's already gone. I already burned it out.
No, we got a bunch of these around Christmas. And really love them. If
Yeah.
you're looking for a good candle, it's well worth it. Becky was upset because I took this one down here. I think it's the best one out of the bunch. It's called Night Rider. Pipe tobacco and leather.
Yeah, you like that leather.
Yep. Oh, she has one upstairs that's called Slap a Cow. It's leather on leather.
Leather on leather.
Literally, that's what it says on it.
Speaking of leather, it looks like Long Island. I don't know if he's doing a collab with Emo or what, but he's been posting in stories and stuff. He's coming out with a new scent, and it mentioned leather.
I couldn't help it.
Becky doesn't slap cows; she tips cows.
Yes, cow tipping is a thing in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Mark knows.
I've never seen Becky do it, but I've done it.
There's plenty of cow tipping in New York too, in Pennsylvania.
Ohio, well, in the movies, Ohio too. That's where Tommy Boy, they were going to go cow tipping.
Well, if you like the educated beards, peppermint, cedarwood, they have the candle too. Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, now you guys have candles?
Oh, we've had these. We've had them.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you?
Yeah, they've been on their site.
Yeah.
Well, good thing I'm over my peppermint phase for the year, I think.
All peppermint out.
Well, I haven't been looking for any
Yeah.
like I was around Christmas time.
Yeah. Everyone had chocolate peppermint out.
Not that I wouldn't still get some, but
York is not all New
Yep.
York City. I know.
Yep.
I know.
I'm
If you're-
aware.
If you're north of New York City, you're upstate New York. There's actually a push to separate the two, to have New York
Is
City
there?
its own state and upstate New York its own state.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it'll ever get passed, but that's been brought up every once in a while.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
I mean, Hawaii, they've been trying to get annexed from the United States. Well, thanks, Vado.
Are you? I think he's asking.
Oh, I read that wrong. I am an ambassador. Where you been? Vado, you knew I was an ambassador when we were on the show together, like 3 years ago.
If I'm not mistaken, that was sarcasm. I'm not sure what a Finger Lake is.
No, that was. Oh,
Five
there's a
lakes.
bunch of lakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of lakes up there.
Yeah,
Is Lake Placid one of them, or is that in
No.
a complete? That's a
Yeah, that's
completely
different,
different area. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
I have family who lives in Lake Placid.
Oh, that's cool.
I've been there once in my life. My grandma was actually from Lake Placid.
I suppose I'm sure it's my generation. You know, younger people aren't going to remember this and that, but I'll never forget the Winter Olympics being there when the
Oh, yeah.
hockey team, the
Mhm.
hockey team.
I think it was
took the
1980.
gold.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, and that's like a town, like there's like nothing there really. Like it's
All right.
really small, like a really small town.
Is the ski jump still there? I was thinking it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. We actually have a national ski jump in Wisconsin.
Huh.
Over on the west side of the state.
Speaking of like Wisconsin, and you mentioned Madison earlier. I'm pretty sure. Did you guys ever see that movie called Madison? Pretty sure that's the name of the movie.
Billy Madison.
No.
I've seen
I
Billy
think that's-
Madison.
I think that's the. Yeah, no, Madison. It's a 2001 movie, and it starred that Jim Caviezel. He was a speedboat racer. I think it's based on a true story. And let me see. Yeah, after an accident ends his career as a hydroplane pilot, Jim McCormick settles into life as an air conditioner mechanic, husband and father in Midwestern town. The population of Madison, oh, that's Madison, Indiana. Never mind.
Well, I didn't get this at first, but Chris, you're saying people from Boston think anything west of the city is upstate New York. So like all of Massachusetts west of Boston is upstate New York. Is that what you're saying?
All the way up to Maine.
Because Boston's like right on the coast, so everything west is the rest of Massachusetts. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was a pretty cool movie. But yeah, it was Madison, Indiana. It's a relatively small town, but has been a fixture of national powerboat racing for years.
Weird.
Oh, and I got an update, Michael. Yeah, the flight was only an hour.
Oh. Was it delayed? Or they just left
really
really early?
A flight?
Yeah. My wife and oldest daughter went to Boston.
Oh.
And Chris said, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Boston would be a long flight.
No.
No.
But if nobody else has anything else, maybe we should just wind this down for the night.
Oh, an early night.
What am I going to do with myself?
Well, yeah, it's pretty early where you are.
Yeah, no, it was really cool having Steven on. I'm so glad he agreed to come on. Big supporter of us, and
Yeah.
it's cool to highlight him and get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a hell of a voice anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You always
Oh.
hear about the accents and stuff, but when you actually see the person, it's just seems different.
It's going to be a surprise,
You-
Mark.
You don't know?
It's going to be a surprise.
Should we leave it a surprise or not?
I think so. I like
Okay.
it. I like
Well,
surprises.
Becky says, Mark, you know.
Yeah, he knows. He already knows.
Because Becky told them.
Well, I think we said it last week too. So Mark, it's a new company. I don't know if you heard of them or not.
Yeah, you may not have heard of them.
So just tune in. Tune in, find out.
Oh, he must not remember if he was told.
All right, you'll find out next Thursday.
Yeah. He says Becky never told me. So that's-
That's funny. It's like, I mean, that's all of Massachusetts, basically.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He got it. Oh, yes, I know.
Oh boy, I know.
I think he knows.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
But it should be an exciting show next Thursday, so
Yeah,
be
it should be really
sure
cool.
to tune in.
Yep. I appreciate everybody for showing up on another episode 55.
Yeah,
We always appreciate you guys coming in.
absolutely.
Yeah, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be here.
We might be, but we'd just be talking amongst ourselves, I guess.
To steal one of Gary's lines since he stole one from our show. All right, guys, have a good night, and we hope to see you back again next Thursday on the Bearded Respect.
See ya.
Bye.